Hello, hello. The day has come for the chicks to get out of my garage and get into their chicken tractors outside on pasture so they can roam happily and have fresh grass every day. And so I don't have to scoop chicken poop anymore out of these damn brooders. So the goal today is to put a couple finishing touches up on their tractors. I'm gonna have to, tie up their waterers, tie up their feeding troughs. One of the tractors I have to drill the holes for placing in the carriage bolts for the wheels, but it should all be really quick stuff. And yeah, I'm excited to get them out. I am a little bummed, kind of par for the course here in Western North Carolina. Whenever you've got something planned for the day, it starts raining. And yeah, it's coming down pretty good here. It's like 100% chance of rain through the rest of the day, but it's okay, because worst case scenario, if they can't get out today, I'll get all the pieces in place so I can put them out first thing tomorrow. We've got sun all day. It's going to be nice and warm. It'll be a great transition day. But man, I was ready for last night to be my last night of poop scooping, but I might have one more waiting for me. And all right, guys, yeah, let's get started on getting some of these finishing touches put on the tractors and hopefully avoid any big hurdles popping up along the way. One thing I really wish I would have done when I was building these chicken tractors is scooted the whole foundation up on the bottom rail about an inch, because I have like just enough clearance in the back for my tires, but when I say just enough, it's just enough. So having like a little more leeway and wiggle room would have been nice, even if it was just an inch. So definitely take that in consideration if you're going to plan on building one of these Skukovich style tractors. And I know I'm butchering his name, so if anyone can give me the mnemonic spelling of his name in the comments, it'd be greatly appreciated, because I have a ton of respect for the guy. He has totally advanced like my ability to raise food for my family, and I would love to be able to say his name right as I reference him to death in my upcoming videos throughout our meat chicken series. So yeah, just a little tip there if you are going to build it. I totally could have measured something wrong and done it backwards or whatever it may be. Looking at it now, it's fairly likely that I did do something like that. But yeah, before you screw stuff together, make sure you have enough room for your wheels in the back. And if not, make a little shift up. I'm in the tractor now that we moved out to pasture the other day that has wheels on it. It's ready to go, minus the last couple finishing touches with the feeder and water. So I'm gonna try to pull out whatever knot knowledge I have available to me. John Skukovich in his book about building these chicken tractors has 3 knots in there. I'm hoping that those 3 knots can carry me through what I need to do here today. Because to say I have little knot experience would be an exaggeration, because I have literally none. And yeah, I'm hoping I can figure that out on the fly right now. But yeah, wish me luck. I can't lie, guys, a part of me was a little skeptical hanging a 3-gallon bucket from the electrical conduit that we have making up the roof, but as I'm kind of messing with it now and tugging on it, it feels way more stable than I thought it did. So yeah, really stoked about that. Time to figure out these knots. Alright, now that that's done, it definitely seems like something that would be better off with a carabiner. I think I might attach one later on. This will work for now. The chickens will be able to have their water. But as far as filling it goes, when I'm on the opposite side of my property of where our water access is, I think it'll be really helpful to be able to pull that bucket off so I'm not toting 5-gallon buckets across the yard every morning. But I don't know if it'll be any more efficient necessarily having these buckets easily detachable, but it'll give me more opportunities to hopefully clean them and go through stuff like that. Back in my garage now, The rain started to pick up pretty significantly, so I think I'm gonna postpone actually moving the birds until probably first thing tomorrow morning, because I'm planning to do it with my 18-month-old daughter, and this much rain can turn like a fairly easy job into a more trying one for sure. And I want to make sure she's having a good time while we do it, so the chickens chores stay like a fun thing that we do together every day. I don't want to swamp that out with cold wet hands. The day has finally come to get these meat birds out on pasture, and the goal today is to get them from my garage in their brooder over to the other side of the yard. I'm not sure if you can see it, but right there in the middle we have their other chicken tractor. So the goal is to start them over there, right around here, and then pull them up around the yard, and hopefully end here back at the garage to complete their life cycle for butchering. So the plan is to take the chicks half by half and put them in one of these blue tubs and carry them out. I've dragged tractors all the way across my yard with chickens in them before. With chickens this young, it never goes that great or as easy. It's more of a headache to be careful than I think it's worth. I think it's a breeze to just kind of maybe corral them in their brooder, throw them into the bin, carry them out. It just leads to a much smoother transition. Everyone starts freaking out once you're on like your 100th feet, 150th feet of pull, at least from my experience. If anyone has any tips or tricks or secrets on how to ease that, let me know, because I'm all over it.
You want to touch? Oh yeah, gentle, yeah. Oh, you guys look cute.
The first 25 chickens are successfully transferred over. It went really smooth in my opinion. I'm glad we didn't hit any hiccups on the way out there. Next is the final 25 chickens that are currently in the brooder. Got to scoop out all the shavings before I move it, just so they don't drag all across the yard. It's like such an eyesore having pine shavings out on the grass. And then, yeah, once they're out there, top off their feed, water, make sure everything's working right. And then I'm debating on putting up Premier One fencing. I have some electric netting and energizer extra for them when they're ready to go outside, but they're not necessarily big enough for the fencing to be effective. The holes are a little too large. They'll pop right through. It happened with my egg layers last year. So yeah, I just don't want to be chasing around this many birds. Like, I want them to get outside and have all the space to roam that they want. But yeah, so teetering there. Thinking about 2 weeks, they'll probably be the right size for me to put inside of the Premier One fencing and like let them roam during the day. But right now, I just don't know. Don't know if they're ready yet. So I'll check in with you guys in a little bit when we pull that tractor over. Man, it feels so good to have the brooder out of my garage and to have most of the wood chips scooped out. There's still some like deep cleaning that needs to be done, but man, not seeing a bunch of dirty wood chips right under my bedroom is like the best feeling ever. Look, 2 hands. You see 2 hands? And then you go under. Like that. Yeah, that's how you pick up the birdie. 2 hands. 2 hands. Under.
Yeah.
Yeah, just like that. Okay, 2 hands. Under. Good job. Okay, 2 hands. All right, we got the chickens successfully moved into what will be their homes for the remainder of their time with us. It was really smooth, like I said earlier. Very little issues popped up. Now all I have to do is top off their feeders and they should be good for the day. I have a ton of cleanup to do in the garage, you know, par for the course with having chicks and a brooder inside. But yeah, I'm hoping our next batch of meat chickens are gonna come in the middle of summer. So hopefully we won't have to have them inside for nearly as long. I'm hoping that we can do like maybe a 3.5 week, maybe 3 week indoor brooder and then get them out. But we had a couple below freezing nights this past week. So they all seem ready. No one seems too shocked. They're not huddling for warmth. And yeah, it definitely counted as a success in my book. But yeah, I appreciate you guys coming along today. We'll have some more chicken updates for you next week.